15 struggles only true introverts will understand. Ever felt misunderstood in a world that won't stop talking? For all my fellow introverts, today we're diving deep into those unique struggles only we get. Ready to feel seen and heard? Let's do it. 1. Small talk. With their inclination for introspection, introverts find deeper, focused conversations more rewarding than shallow, broad interactions. In fact, they actually find small talk quite exhausting. This struggle to engage in light banter can sometimes make first impressions challenging, as our society often uses small talk as an icebreaker. It may even lead to feelings of social anxiety and discomfort in networking situations where small talk is unavoidable. On the plus side, the natural proclivity for substantial conversation allows introverts to form meaningful and lasting connections once given the chance. So, they just need to get past the awkward small talk phase, and then their conversational skills are able to flourish in a much more meaningful way. 2. Social fatigue. Introverts often experience what's known as social fatigue. Numerous psychological studies have supported this concept, showing evidence that introverts, due to their high sensitivity to dopamine, can become easily overwhelmed with too much external stimulation, leading to a need for quiet and solitude to recharge. This balance between social interaction and solitude can be tricky to navigate. Misunderstandings may arise when introverts retreat to recharge, as it is sometimes misinterpreted as disinterest or unfriendliness by people who do not understand their need for alone time. 3. Overwhelming noise. Introverts can be highly sensitive to noise, and so crowded, loud environments such as busy workplaces or parties can be a sensory overload, leading to feelings of exhaustion and anxiety. The challenge of managing this sensitivity can lead to the avoidance of certain social situations, potentially limiting their social and professional opportunities. 4. Perceived as antisocial. Despite being social and capable of enjoying company, introverts frequently struggle with the misconception that they are antisocial. However, introverts simply prefer meaningful, intimate gatherings over large, boisterous ones. This misunderstanding can lead to unwanted social pressure, with introverts feeling the need to perform extroversion, which can be both physically and mentally draining. 5. The need for alone time. As I've mentioned, introverts require time alone to recharge and refresh. It is a fundamental aspect of the introverted personality, explored in many psychological studies. But this need for solitude can be misinterpreted, leading to relationship tension or peer misunderstandings. Balancing this need for solitude with work, family, and social commitments can be an ongoing struggle. It requires careful communication and understanding from others around the need for alone time. 6. Group settings. Introverts often find group settings, especially large ones, to be challenging. As per Dr. Carl Jung's theory, introverts are more tuned to their internal world and can feel overwhelmed in situations where multiple conversations are happening simultaneously. This struggle to engage in group dynamics can lead to feelings of exhaustion, stress, and avoidance. 7. Phone call aversion. Many introverts express a distinct aversion to phone calls. They prefer written communication as it allows for thoughtful responses and eliminates the pressure of instant reaction. This can pose challenges in professional settings or personal relationships where telecommunication is expected. It can create friction, misunderstandings, or even feelings of anxiety around phone interactions. Their preference for written communication doesn't have to be a bad thing though. Being open and honest about preferred communication channels can often lead to an understanding from others, enabling the introvert to excel using their fantastic writing skills. 8. Difficulty in self-promotion. I think all introverts have suffered because of this one. Self-promotion is an essential element in today's professional and digital landscape, but many introverts find it challenging to put themselves in the limelight due to their preference for introspection and dislike for attention. This difficulty can put them at a disadvantage in competitive job markets or on social media platforms where self-promotion is the norm. It can also lead to deep feelings of inadequacy or of being overlooked. Despite these challenges, their reluctance to self-promote often leads to an emphasis on substance over show. Their modest approach and genuine representation serve as a refreshing reminder in our often superficial world. Still, you might need to get used to showing off, just a little bit. 9. Sensitivity to criticism. The introvert's natural self-reflection and internal processing system can make negative feedback feel especially harsh. This struggle can make professional and personal feedback difficult to handle, potentially leading to stress, self-doubt, or avoidance of situations where critique may be given. On the other hand, this sensitivity often drives introverts to be especially conscientious and detail-oriented in their work, in an effort to avoid negative feedback. Mixed with the introvert's brilliant ability to self-evaluate, they end up on a journey of continual self-improvement, leading to fantastic results and a discipline that extroverts could only dream of. In this way, this struggle can be both a blessing and a curse. 10. Difficulty saying no. Many introverts often struggle with asserting their boundaries and saying no. This is backed by research from the University of California that suggests introverts may be more likely to engage in people-pleasing behaviour, often at the expense of their own comfort. This often leads to overcommitment, stress, and burnout, as introverts are great at social engagements or tasks that drain their energy rather than replenish it. If you're an introvert, remember, it's okay to say no. 11. Inner critic and overthinking. Many introverts have a strong inner critic and tend to overthink, which is supported by numerous psychological studies. The tendency to engage in excessive self-reflection can sometimes spiral into overthinking and negative self-talk. This can lead to unnecessary stress, worry, and self-doubt, making it difficult to make decisions or move past mistakes. However, their introspective nature can also result in a rich inner world and heightened self-awareness, emphasizing the value of self-reflection. So, it's basically a double-edged sword for them, and learning to turn insecurities into strengths is important if you're an introvert. 12. Feeling misunderstood. Unfortunately, many introverts struggle with feeling misunderstood. This is largely due to the extroverted ideal prevalent in many societies, which values outgoing, social personalities over quiet introspection. This feeling can lead to loneliness, frustration, and low self-esteem, as introverts may feel out of sync with societal expectations. They might feel like they're not wanted or needed in an extrovert's world. But it's important to keep in mind that the introvert's unique perspectives and qualities bring in valuable balance to our extrovert-dominated world. 13. Taking time to process. Introverts usually take more time to process information than their extroverted counterparts. Research shows that introverts have a more active prefrontal cortex, indicating deeper cognitive processing. This can lead to struggles in situations that demand immediate reactions or quick decision-making. In such scenarios, it might be viewed as indecisiveness or a lack of response. But this couldn't be farther from the truth. The introvert's brain simply works in a way that processes information more deeply, and so takes a little bit longer. The result is a thoughtful, intelligent response, so it is worth the wait. 14. Discomfort with unplanned events. Introverts often experience discomfort with unplanned events or spontaneous changes to their schedule. They tend to prefer predictability and routine, finding comfort in the known. This discomfort can create stress when unforeseen changes or spontaneity occur, potentially leading to avoidance of situations that lack a predetermined plan or schedule, or being unable to fully embrace the present moment. If you relate to this, don't worry. It is a perfect time to practice setting those boundaries we talked about. If something unexpected comes up that you're not prepared for, just say, no thanks. 15. Struggle with multitasking. Introverts are more likely to be overwhelmed when faced with too many tasks at once. This can create difficulties in environments where multitasking is necessary or valued. It might lead to anxiety and impact their overall performance and well-being. The introvert usually has a superior ability to instead focus on single tasks, leading to detailed, thorough, and high-quality outcomes. Keep that in mind when at work or school, and do what suits you best. Communicate this with the people around you, and embrace the steady focus that sets you apart. Identified with these introvert struggles? Unlock the beauty behind quiet strength, or pick up the guide to banish shyness. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support really does mean a lot to us.